Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this new channel that I've created to, just play some games, have some fun. Um, well, today we are going to go into FIFA 19 manager mode. Why FIFA 19? Well, mostly because I have not purchased any FIFA 20 or FIFA 21. Well, because things happen. But we'll be going after FIFA 22 when it comes out. Anyway, we are going to be looking to manage Carlisle United. Carlisle United, the reason why, because they are not too far out from Newcastle, and probably one of the only few teams not too far out from Newcastle. They are part of League Two. Why Newcastle? Well, Newcastle because it's where I studied for a couple of years. It feels like second home. And also speaking about which I do hope that FIFA could introduce the Vanarama League in the nearest future. The Northern League would be nice as well, so that can take up Blythe Spartans, who have supposed to work on a project with them. Might be editing that video soon. I'll let you guys know once the video's done and up. Blythe Spartans are a really good club, a very community based club. The two times I've watched the games there, I felt very much welcome, very much part of the family. If you guys are around the area, please do check them out. Well, anyway, going into managing Carlisle for our career mode, I'll be playing with the 5 minute for each half, and setting the match difficulty to legendary because I'm not quite ready for ultimate just yet. What we're gonna be doing here is as you guys know that not much teams below the Premier League have their own stadiums in FIFA, mostly due to licensing. What we're gonna do is we are going to be renaming Crown Lane to Brunton Park. Brunton Park is the home of Carlisle United, and once we're done with that, we will be going ahead with the pre-season friendlies, or in FIFA it is glorified friendlies is what I'm gonna call, because you're in League 2 and you've got some invitations to the European pre-season tournament. We're not going to be playing most of the games. Just want to get to know the team, see how they perform with their original formation, and see what changes we can make to the starting 11 and the squad, and whatever else that we would require in the transfer window, which is open at the moment. Well, as for the board objectives, as you can see, the youth development is one of the high priority, which is very much achievable. As team in League 2, in FIFA at least, you would need to very much depend on youth teams, youth players coming through your academy, because the lack of fundings that you have. Also, we are expected to fight for promotion this season. We'll see if we can do that, and of course reach the round of 32 of the FA Cup. Maybe manageable, maybe. And also the board has some pretty high financial expectations from us. We'll see how we get on. After that, we are going to be hiring our first youth scout, but what I'm not gonna do is send him out on his first search for youth players just yet. We will see what we can do in the transfer market for the first month. You can see that we don't have much cash reserve, and the 2-star 3-star scout Morgan Richardson is who we're gonna hire. And once we're done with the first month, see how the squad perform over the international glorified friendlies. We will see what we can do with the transfer window after that. Well, as for the squad that we have this season, one of the biggest issues that I almost immediately noticed is that most of the players are running out of contract at the end of the season, which will probably eat up at least half of our budget, if they're being kind. Well, on the brighter side of things, we have one really good player, I could sort of call it a marquee player, who's Nathan Thomas, who is unfortunately on loan here, so meaning he'll be leaving at the end of the season. However, we do have Arthur Nahoa, sorry if I pronounce his name wrong, but we do have Arthur, who's looking pretty decent as well. Hopefully he can turn it up as the season progresses. And also we've got this youth player, Connor Simpson, who looks like an absolute beast, an absolute unit. He is 6'5". He's got some decent finishing, high medium work rate as well. Very good strength. Hopefully he can be a very good number 9 for us. Probably put him through some training as well as some other youth players as well. That's where we're going to focus on for our training, at least until the youth program is fully set up. And going back to the origin of the video, I've been meaning to do this for quite some time, as in being in for about a year or two, but haven't been really haven't had the time to set things up, put things together. Well, things happened, the pandemic happened, a lot of things happened the last 2 years. Well, we're finally here, and mostly inspired by Jared HG and Docs. Well, as you can see from the video, I guess you could say that it's mostly inspired by Docs. Sorry. If you guys have never heard of them, I'll put a link in the description down below. Do check them out. They put out some really good content. And well, anyway, coming back to our video here at Carlisle, once we've finished setting up the training, we are gonna go ahead and hire a new scout. We're not hiring a new scout, we've done that, sorry. We're going to be recalling one of our scouts from Colombia. I have no idea what he's doing in Colombia, because as a League 2 team, well, I don't think we can afford any South American players at the moment, just yet. But what we're going to do is we're going to recall him, and we are going to be sending him to Asia. Well, mostly because myself being from Malaysia, we are going to be sending a scout to Asia, and for this time around we're going to be sending him to South Korea, trying to see if we can pull in 1 or 2 South Korean players into the squad for the future. And well, as you can see, we rejected a bid for Granger. Granger is our club captain. There's no way I'm going to be letting Granger go, especially with the limited amount of players that we already have in the squad. Well, moving on. If you saw that we did lose the first friendly 3-0, and we're rejecting another bid that comes in for Tom Parks this time, and then we will move on to the next friendly game, and I will be using the starting 11 and the formation that's already in place at Carlisle, just to see how the lads perform. And for the second game, 2-1 loss, I think it's a positive coming back from a 3-0 loss. Slight upgrade in terms of results. However, we do have a slight problem here. Well, Parks is out injured. He's damaged his MCL. Is going to be out for at least the next 3 months. And after losing out to the first 2 games, I've decided to play the last friendly game that we have in hand, just to see how the players perform, especially the fringe players and the youth players, just to see how it goes on here. And coming into the game, there's not much happening throughout the first 80 minutes. However, we do have a penalty in about the 80th minute. It's a stonewall penalty, definitely a penalty, goes right through his legs. We have the chance to take a lead, which unfortunately Hopes does miss his penalty, hits the bar, and then Stabæk come back at us right at the end of the game, and they do get the winner. By this time around, most of the players are out, down, tired. They had some pretty tough game. The first 2 games were pretty tough. 3-0 back-to-back losses, 3-0, 2-1, and this ends in a loss as well, which it's okay. It's only pre-season friendlies, and we are going to be sending out our scout out now, and I don't see much of a reason to invest in any player at the moment. We'll see how we kick off in the first couple of games, and we'll decide after that if we do need any new incoming players to the squad. And we'll be sending our scout to England, get some core English players first for the squad. Moving on to our first game of the season against Exeter City. We've got an early chance in the 14th minute where Nathan Thomas, the marquee sort of player, storming down the right wing, goes back to Arthur, who sets up brilliantly for Skugel, and we do take the lead on the 14th minute. What brilliant setup from Arthur, whom I have mentioned earlier that I do hope he puts in a good performance throughout this season, because we would be most probably losing Nathan Thomas at the end of the season. And it's the first assist for Arthur and the first goal under the Spijnegen era at Carlisle United, coming through Skogel. And then right after that, Exeter start putting under pressure, and around the 32nd minute, some pretty bad defending from me, and they do take the equalizer through Holmes on the 32nd minute. Right after that, both teams were pushing for a lead by half time, and we do get a decent break at around the 40th minute. Arthur puts Cullen through. Cullen is the first choice striker that I have in the team. Anyway, he dribbles past a couple of players, and my word, what a goal, right through the roof of the net. Really good start to the season for us. It's looking pretty decent, you know. I don't think I'll be making much of a I don't think I'll be making much purchases this transfer window, because so far what I've seen is that they do put 100%. All of them look pretty good at their respective positions, so we'll see how it goes. But man of the match for me is Arthur. The first game, 2 assists, already looking great. Coming back from the season opener win at Exeter, we've got a bid for a Tuhu, which I did say that I wasn't going to be accepting too many. Let's be honest, I said I'm not going to be accepting any bids, but I thought we could get maybe 300,000 for a Tuhu, which well, if you're not going to be paying the money, you're not going to be getting the player. Where hopefully he stays with us until the end of the season, so that I don't have to make any other purchases for that position. But well, coming back into the game, we have our first home game at Brunton Park against Northampton. Well, early on, around the 10th minute, we have a pretty decent chance to get the lead very early on. Effort wide from Thomas. I keep forgetting that his preferred foot is the left foot, lashed out at the ball with his right, which explains why he's missed the target. And in about the 32nd minute, we've got a very, very good save from our first choice keeper, Colin. And would you look at that? What a very good save. Manages to get across to the other side of the post just in time to save the ball. Yes, you get to celebrate that like a goal. What a save. Anyway, Northampton do hit the bar on the 51st minute, and then we had a really, really good chance to go ahead on the 62nd minute, which I do fumble because yeah, it happens at times. I have no explanations for that. And right after that, I have no idea what happened here. I kept pressing the circle button, and for some reason Arthur knocks it back to the defender. But however, we gather again, we recycle the ball, and we put through Jones, the CDM, and he scores a very, very late winner on the 86th minute for Carlisle United. What a goal. And Mike Jones has got the fans up and jumping. Well, of course he has. What a brilliant goal. And that's our first win of the season at home, which hopefully continues, because I would like a really, really good run of form at home. And that's why we're at the end of the first episode, guys. Please do let me know if there's anything that I could improve on, anything that you guys feel that is good, bad, and any recommendations whatsoever. But do drop a like if you like the video. Do subscribe. It does help the channel a lot. It does help me a lot, and probably up my motivation for the next coming episodes as well. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and see you guys on the next one.